guys, welcome back to Paint with Josh. We are not in the studio, we're actually downstairs in the living room because we're gonna put a box together today. We ended up selling a couple paintings, and if you're lucky enough to sell a painting or two, I'm gonna show you how to make a box and save on your shipping. It's gonna be fantastic. Now, I like to use a 16 by 16 by 16 box. You can use any Amazon box or any box you get delivered to the house, save it, use it to ship on your paintings. It all goes towards more profit in your pocket, right? So we just need a few tools, a razor knife or a box cutter, and a roll of tape or a tape gun is really going to be helpful. Now, every box is held together at a seam with a little piece of adhesive behind there. So what we need to do is take our razor knife and slice down the edge of this box as close as we can get. And the more new your razor knife is, the easier it's going to cut through this box, right? It's called a box cutter for a reason. So we're going to come up here, I'm going to slide down all the way down, make it nice and easy, and your box will fold open just like so. Now, we've got our box folded, and if you look very, very closely, in between all of these little rungs is a little dip, the corrugated boxes, right? So you can literally count over however many you have, and I have a very specific number for the size painting. Love the smell of fresh cardboard in the morning. So, we're gonna count over 7 little corrugated tracks in here, and then we're gonna score it just using the knife, right? Doesn't have to be extended, that's gonna cut it. All we wanna do is use the corner. That's what the corners are designed for, so you can score this box. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And put a little bit of pressure and score it right down the end, and then watch this. Folds over nice and easily, right? Be very careful though. This stuff is so sharp, you will literally get the worst paper cut of your life. Now all of a sudden, we got the beginning of a box forming. So let's grab the painting you just sold and we're gonna show you how to size it inside the box correctly. And what I like to do, because we're gonna wrap the painting in bubble wrap, right? It's not just gonna be a painting inside of a box. You're gonna leave a little bit of room on each side and on the top and bottom. So I like to go over 3 little rungs on this side, right? And then we place the painting there. And then we come over here and we count 3 more. Right, so you go 1, 2, 3. We pop it out right there. And then we're gonna go through, we're gonna run it up the top, score it all the way down the bottom, and then count the same amount of rungs over that we did on the first side, right? On this first side, we remember, how many rungs did we count over? Were you paying attention? Well, if you weren't, it was 7. So we're gonna start at this one, right? And then we're gonna count over 7. And then we're gonna take our razor, again, just using the tip of it, scoring the edge all the way down. Now we're gonna remove our painting from the picture. In case you're doing an 18 by 24, I'm gonna show you how to make the box a little bit bigger and use a little bit, and then we'll pick back up right at this section again. So this is our 16 by 20 inch fold line. This is our 18 by 24 inch fold line. You can see just how much more space you need. Oh, sorry guys, I fell asleep waiting for you to get your boxes. No, I'm just kidding. So we have our fold lines right now. This is the fun part. We're gonna take our whole box, we're gonna put pressure down right here, put our hand underneath our box, fold up, creasing that first line almost all the way over. See how we do like that? Fold it all the way over. And we're gonna let it open up again. And now we're gonna push right here, creasing our other side, folding it all the way over. Again, just like that, right? Creasing it down. Now we've got a little channel inside of which our painting can sit, right? So we're gonna fold the box over, like this, right? Make sure your line is straight here. And then right where your finger is, right? We move the box out of the way, and that's where we're gonna score it. So we take our knife, just like this, score it all the way down. Now again, since we've scored it all the way down, we need to count over the same amount of rungs, and for a 16 by 20, I like to do 7. And we score the box again, the same size as what we have right here. You know what I mean? Same size, little piece. Those are the edges of our box. So all this excess box, we're not gonna get rid of. We're gonna save that and use it, right? Now we counted our 7 rungs over, and we need to do this 2 more times in order to make the top and the bottom of the box. And you'll understand what I mean in just a few minutes, right? So we did our 7, let's go 7 more, right? Your lighting plays a big deal in how much you're gonna be able to see. And again, they should look exactly the same because we're trying to make them the same size. Simple, quick way in order to make your own box, right? Now that we've scored it, watch what happens when we push up and you bend it, right? Now all we have to do is cut through the channel. So we're gonna take our box, and take our knife, extend it out, be very careful, a little bit of pressure, and go straight down. You wanna make sure you have a straight cut right here. Right, move our box up the table so we don't slide off and nick our leg and have to go to the hospital by coming down here and hitting ourselves, right? Now this part of the box, we're going to use as double wall interior, okay? So we're gonna cut this edge off Again, being very smooth. And turn it on this side and cut it right down the middle. Boom, you have two little perfect pieces to put on either side of your painting. Now we need to cut these pieces off, just leaving this remainder piece, right? So let's bend it back, revealing that opening right there. And go through with our knife again. Remember to be straight. The straightness of your box speaks towards how much care you put into packaging your pieces, right? So again, pop it, and you can see it up close, just like that. What it looks like. When you break the top piece, you have this little corrugated channel in there that's a little bit thinner and easier to cut, right? So we can go like this, push it down flat, straight through the channel. Remember, put your blade away. Now, we have these two long pieces that are the same size as our box, and are gonna be able to fit that top channel. So we're gonna take this part, gonna fold it up, crease it over. Remember, don't slide your hand like this. It's very sharp cardboard. It's like the worst paper cut you can possibly get. Now, watch this. These two pieces are gonna fold over, and they're gonna line up perfectly into a little box. But right now, it's a little too big, right? So we're gonna open it up, and now I'm gonna fold up these bottom pieces. I'm gonna cut it off exactly on this little crease line, my little guide line, and then I'm gonna push real hard, slide it down real slow. Poof, you got your one piece. Again, save this. This goes towards our packaging. Come back in here. Cut. Go too nuts. Now make sure you have your tape gun available. We're gonna take our box, and we're gonna fold it up just like I showed you. And we're gonna have this seam down the end. Again, be very careful with this seam. It's very sharp. Go like this, just to get that first one down. Just like that. So we have a little bit of space on either side of our box, just like so. And we're gonna take that box, fold it underneath, right? Try not to get our tape all stuck. There we go. And then wrap around the side, just like this, right? So we're going down all the way inside the box. And that way, it's stuck all the way around and into the top of itself, okay? Take our tape very softly. Remember, don't cut yourself along that edge. Now we're gonna come on to this guy. Whoop. There we go. Right? Again, wrap him very tightly down around the bottom, push it up against the side. Now, you can kind of fold it, you see what I mean? It's pliable, and you can fold this side flat, and then we'll tape this edge right here, right? We're gonna fold it over, just like that, wrap it around, right? Pushing it flat so it covers that sharp seam, and now we won't cut ourselves anymore, right? Now, if you don't have a lot of room right here, that's the last little bit where you can put one more piece, just like that, to where it overhangs enough on your box, right? Fold it over, fold it under, flatten it down, and now we have a really cool looking box. This is where we use those top pieces, right? So what we're gonna do is put it into the top, squeeze it down on the sides, right? Make sure it stays in like that. And then we're gonna cut the edge right where it needs to be to fit. So I like to pull it over to the side just a little. Maybe we'll have to zoom in so you can see that little gap. And that's where you wanna put your knife blade and just plunge it down in there, right? Taking off our piece. And then this section will fit exactly inside of that section. And it's gonna look like just a professional box that you just made from home, right? And take our tape gun, one over the edge, one here, right? Again, sealing it to the top. Always having pressure right here though. Otherwise, that piece can fall down and fall into your box. Now we're gonna put one over this side and one over this side. Seal it down like that. And it even stands up on its own. You don't even have to worry about it falling over. So I'm gonna take my tape, gonna put it right at the edge. I don't wanna have a lot of hangover, right? Like this. And then we're gonna stretch, cut it just like that. And you guys see, uh-oh. Tried to fold over on me before you could see it. There we go. See how we're half on the box and half off of the box? And then all you gotta do is fold it over, right? Protecting our fingers from that sharp cardboard edge, right? We're gonna do the same thing on this other side. Cut it off, right? Just like that. Fold it over, run it down. Now there's a gap in between. You can still see where our pieces of tape haven't met, and so there's exposed cardboard right there. Well, this being the bottom of the box, what happened if it got set down in some water, or a bit of snow, or a pile of mud, or it fell off the back of the truck? I want mine to be protected and not start to soak up all that liquid or moisture, right? So we need to run one right across the top. Just like that, right? That makes it a watertight seal all the way around, all up until you have your line right here, right? And some of the times, again, that's not big enough for me. So what I do is go around the edge, just kind of seal the bottom in, right? Just like that. It's hard to do it with one hand and show you guys and make it look neat. But look at that, just like so. Seal it to the bottom, and then you have a professional looking box. Drop our painting in with its bubble wrap, and then I'll show you how to do the top. All right, that's why we use that other long piece. We come in here, and this is the fun part. I call it the flappy bit. All right, we're gonna stick it into the top. So again, pull it to the edge so we can see where the box is, so you can see where to cut it. All right, go like this, just like so. Now, this piece, right, we don't wanna let it fall in, otherwise we could turn the box upside down. There we go. Okay, it's a perfect fit inside here, right? Just like we did on the bottom. Now we're gonna take our tape gun, let it adhere to the top, just like that, and pull it over the side. So we have a bit of tape on the top and a bit of tape on the side that's holding our little top piece in. And then we can take it out, flip it upside down, let it dangle, and we'll do one more little piece around the inside. And now you've got a top to your box that you can flip over, tape up, and you're all done. Plus you don't lose this piece, right? Well, of course, on the day that I want to make a boxing video, I don't have any bubble wrap. So let's pretend that we bubble wrapped the painting. We went around a few times, all the way around the painting, right? So we got a little bit of a cushioning around it, and then we're gonna take it, place it inside the box. It's gonna fit perfectly. And it should be just about an inch or two from the top. Put your last little bit of bubble wrap inside there. Take our pieces that we had saved, right? Those pieces that we cut off, and we're gonna put one in between the box and the painting on this side, and then one in between the box and the painting on this side with bubble wrap. It'll look a little bit different. You'll have a piece of cardboard on either side of your painting that's wrapped into bubble wrap, basically turning these outside walls into double-walled cardboard. So even more protection, and then you cover over your box, right? Do over the top a few times, do around the side, do over the top, and then one thing around the top. Literally, the only amount of waste that we're gonna have from this box is just these 3 pieces of cardboard. It's literally fantastic. Save the planet, make your own stuff. Don't buy packaging when you can use an Amazon box that came to your house that you already paid for, right? We're gonna stick our label right here. Usually print out a label, tape it up right here, put your return information up in the top, add your fragile stickers or anything you want to the side of the box, and you're all set to go. So if this video was helpful to you, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to my channel, share it over to your friends and family. Get out there, start selling, start making your own boxes, and send me a photo of your first box over to facebook.com/paintwithjosh. I can't wait to see it. And until we see you guys again next time, take care, have the rest of a good day, and bye-bye.